come on in and have a seat because my name is Deborah and I am doing Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 9, recaps and reviews. I do separate videos on all the couples. At the end of this video, I will leave a link above my head that you can click on and watch the video. And tomorrow, I upload the all-in-one video so you can do a second round, a repeat, or those of you who like to watch the video all in one time, it'll be up for you. Now we're moving on to Kirsten and Shaq of the CP Time, a couple. And for all of you in my audience that doesn't know what CP time is, it's an old school term, a color people time, which means you late. I told you she was chaotic. Kirsten is chaotic. She's unorganized. She's chaotic, just like that closet was of her last week. And here she is having a dinner party, and she doesn't know how to have a dinner party. No decorations, no plates, no forks, not ready to receive people. And she talks about she's a Southern home or roots person. Remember we saw her in that kitchen baking cookies for the open house, and I told you it was all for show. Remember I told you that? Remember I keep talking about Kirsten is for show, but her life in the background is chaotic. Even Shaq said today, here we are going to be late for our own housewarming party. And sure enough, they were late. People knocking on the door and they don't have one piece of decoration up, no plates, no forks, no type of organization, just like that closet. She's chaotic. This is why she puts so much effort in people not getting close to her and seeing all her messiness on the inside of her life. When if Shaq ever gets the opportunity to open up that Pandora's box, he better step back as he opens up the box, because I'm telling you, there's a whole lot in there. This whole thing around her father, her mother being late for the wedding, barely showing up. This whole thing about closets. It might seem all like small things to you guys, but when you add them all up, this wall she puts up is a wall to protect people from looking on the inside of her. It's just like a person, they keep all their windows shut, all their blinds shut, all their curtains shut in their house. They don't want you to see on the inside. And that's who Kirsten is. This episode comes on and she's up here talking about, ooh, Shaq over here taking care of me, of putting air in my tires, air pressure in my tires. Girl, so you willing to accept all these nice deeds and favors for him, but it's not even worth a kiss on the cheek? It's not even worth a kiss on the cheek. Let me tell you, it's not even worth a hug. I haven't even seen Kirsten hug a Shaq. Let me tell you, if I'm on the street and I have a flat tire or no air in my tire and somebody comes along and saves me, I'm going to give a hug. I will give a complete stranger a hug. What is it about a hug where you got to be in love with them to give them a hug? What is it about a hug that you got to think they attractive to give them a hug? I'm telling you, this wall that Kirsten has to do up has nothing to do with a bald head. And it has nothing to do with who Shaq is. It has everything to do with who Kirsten is. And I know everybody keeps telling me that Kirsten is only acting like this because she doesn't like Shaq. I appreciate it, but I'm not in that camp, y'all. I still don't believe it, because you know what that would mean? That would mean Kirsten has to act a lot of hours. All these couples talk about how they film sometimes 10 hours a day, long time. That means Kirsten, if she really is an outgoing person with lots of conversation, deep conversation, all these things I say she doesn't have, what I would have to believe is that for all these filming hours, 8-9 hours a day, she's able to stay in character, which is act like she doesn't like to talk, act like she is an open person. That's what I would have to believe. I would have to believe that she's able to stay in character of trying to pretend she doesn't talk when she really does talk. No, we are seeing the real Kirsten. This is who she is in real relationships. That's what I believe. I do believe it. I don't think she's acting for us, because I don't think anyone can act this long for this many hours in this many weeks. If you are a talkative person and you talk naturally, how can you go 8 weeks and pretend like you're not a talker? Kirsten ain't acting. I mean, Kirsten's not acting. She's not a character. This is really who she is. This wall of hers is real. This wall hasn't been put up just for Shaq only. This ain't a wall made especially for Shaq. This is a wall that Kirsten carries around her whole life. This is nothing new for Shaq. And she talks about the honeymoon, how romantic the honeymoon was. Every time you see Kirsten, she's all up under Shaq now, leaning on him, holding his hand, or like Shaq said, now she's rubbing my bald head all the time. And this is all because she's so-called not attracted to him anymore. No. This is a wall of fear. This is a wall where she's slowly inching towards him like a little scared dog. She wants to be loved. She wants to be cared for. She wants all these things. She wants him to put air in her tires. She wants him to wrap his arms around her. She wants all these things, but she's scared to let go. It's fear. It's not a bald head. And it's not over this idea that Shaq somehow has some sort of a feminine energy. No, just because he makes bow ties, his energy is not screaming feminine energy or that he's batting for the other team. I don't get that energy from Shaq. I don't get it at all. Just because he's not over masculine, I don't like that. I don't like when men are getting called, batting for the other team just because they're not over masculine. And somehow or another, they have to show all this. We're going to get into that with Nicole and Chris because I'm a little bit upset with her this week, too. I don't like when people require other things from other people so that they can stay who they are. Just because you don't want to kiss or you don't want to show affection, now what you want me to do is you want me to carry the whole load and become overly aggressive or whatever so you can stay right where you are. No, why don't you improve? Why I got to be the one making all the adjustments so you can stay where you are? Why don't you have a better emotional regulation and better control over how you show up in the world? Why do I have to do all your work for you because you don't want to move your 2 feet? No, I don't like that. I don't like when people put it on me to do work they need to do. No, I think Shaq is just fine the way he is in terms of the way he operates. I don't think he has a whole lot of feminine energy. I actually don't. And Kirsten's still going with this little fake story talking about I'm not really a good kisser. She lying. She is lying on that too. So what? Why you need 6 inches and you don't like to kiss? Oh, that's right. We forgot. She likes to do it like Eris does. From behind. Don't have to look at each other. Don't have to kiss. I'm telling you, these two, Eris and Kirsten, in that area of emotional issues, are they in the same category? No kissing, sex, from behind, favorite position, no talking. Just like Eris don't want to talk, Eris don't want to look in your eyes. She doesn't want to kiss, which means she don't even want to look in your eyes or look at your face. Horrible. Kirsten saying she's trying to open up to Shaq, but she can't do it. Basically, she said, I've been doing this for so many years. It's hard. It's hard. Exactly. It is hard. That's why I tell you guys, this is not acting. This is not acting. This is who she is. This is what's easy. What's hard is exactly what she's saying, opening up. Because if you're really a person who's an open book, you can't be shut up. You definitely can't be shut up for 8 weeks. You know how much as I talk, y'all. I'm here on this YouTube channel talking all the time. You think you could get me to act on Married at First Sight and shut my mouth for 8 weeks? Absolutely not. I couldn't act for 8 weeks. 10 hours a day filming? 8 weeks? No. Your personality comes through on these shows. I don't care how much they say or edit. When they're filming this much and have so much footage on you, your personality is bound to come through. You can't act for this long. The cousins was trying to give them some good advice. One of those male cousins said, you know what? I wasn't attracted to your cousin at first. I don't think he was telling that to Kirsten or someone. There's a man admitting that at first he wasn't attracted to a woman, but attraction grew. So people say it can't happen with men. There was a man on TV right now telling us that, hey, you know what? At first I wasn't attracted to her in that way. But as we started to get to know each other and I found out all these things, my attraction grew. So there's someone telling you that attraction can grow with a man. That's why I said things are different nowadays. These men are different and so are the women. Things are different. Men are different and women are different. Sure, there's some stereotypes, some things that are still true. But here's a man telling us that attraction did grow. As soon as they asked her that question, do you want to be with him for the rest of your life? She was like, she started doing that thing she does with her lips. When Kirsten's over there gets nervous and starts getting asked about her feelings, Kirsten does his thing with her lips and her tongue. Y'all need to pay attention to it. I said it's like almost like a little tail. It's when she doesn't want to reveal some feelings or she's scared to say the answer or something. It's almost like she sinks into like this little girl body And she stares off into space. As soon as they asked her that question, she was like, I don't know. But Kirsten's saying it's getting better. It's getting better. It's like Kirsten is like trying to heat up a 6,000 square foot house with a little old space heater. This girl take a long time to warm up. A very long time. I don't know what kind of hurt and pain is in Kirsten's life when it comes to men, but there's a lot of it. Kirsten's been hurt by a lot of men. You don't get women like this at her age, acting this closed off, this guarded, unless there's some hurt and pain in their past relationships. And she doesn't talk about it. Nicole talks about her hurt and pain. Other people talk about their hurt and pain. But once again, between the heiresses and the Kirstens of the world, they act like there's no hurt and pain in their relationships, but they showing up in the world with all these walls and guardsmen standing around them. Kirsten's another one. She needs some therapy. She absolutely needs some therapy. But just like Eris, I feel sorry for Kirsten. I'm telling you, when you are trapped in a body and you can't even let your emotions out, that's a horrible place to be. It's really torment. So I hope that she finds some help. I'm still not giving up on these two because I think Shaq is going to wait for her. I think he's going to have some patience with her. I think he's going to wait on her. But he starts talking in this episode saying, you know what, am I being a little bit too patient? Because like I told you, Shaq is picky too. They got a lot of things in common. He's picky too. But I think he's still got a little bit more patience in his tank with her because he likes her looks. He likes a lot of things about her. So he's not going to walk on her like Don walked out on not like Don walked out on a Mac. He's got a little bit more patience in his tank. I hope a Kirsten comes around. I hope she can heat up faster than a space heater in a 6,000 square foot house. I really hope it can happen. But that's it, y'all. I'll talk to you later. Watch my other videos. Bye.